Yo, guys! Jim and Brian here from DrinkABeerandPlayAGame, and it's that time again. Ripped again from Bill Burr's Monday Morning Podcast. It's Overrated, Underrated! Ow! Alright, I probably deserve that. Anyway, today we're gonna go, some could say a little controversial.
We're gonna get attacked by fanboys.
Oh, God. Anyway, already stirring that pot, huh?
Yep.
Alright, today's topic for Overrated Underrated is the original Legend of Zelda. Bum, bum, bum.
So, I'll take the first stab at this because neither one of us are taking any type of slight as far as the historical significance of the series itself and what that game eventually would lead to. And we both played it. We actually both enjoyed it. Yep. I think just in varying degrees. And there's a lot of things you can never take away from that series. But the question is, do people talk about how amazing it is because it spawned such a great series? And the historical significance of the game? And the fact that probably anyone who's listening to this most likely grew up with it and spent how many hours? Or is it maybe not as great of a game if you just look at it by itself? I'm of the opinion when I played it, I'm not going to lie, when I was a kid, I tried a little bit of it. I never had Nintendo Power, so didn't get that far. I loved games like Castlevania, Contra, all the Super Mario Brothers. This one never grabbed me as a kid, and however many years later when I finally sat down and played it, it was fine. I wasn't blown away. Maybe because by the time I came back to play it, I played other better games that were a little more all-encompassing. But, I mean, I absolutely loved the soundtrack. But just the mechanics itself and the game, like, everyone was telling me, oh, it's like the best NES game ever, and da-da-da-da. And I know most people think it's Super Mario 3, but I wasn't blown away. And I think some people just look too fondly on this just because of the nostalgia and not on the merits of, is it as great of a game as everyone thinks it is? So, for me, it's slightly overrated. The series itself is where it should be, because I think there's far better titles later on. But this first one, meh. And I think I was also a little pissed off that people gave so much shit to the second one because they tried something new. But that's a whole nother topic. So I'm going to let Jim state his piece.
Alright, I think with a game like the original Legend of Zelda, it's almost impossible to say that it's underrated. Because, let's face it, it has basically universal acclaim. But, I guess I'm of that ilk that Brian's kind of talking about. And full disclosure, I didn't grow up with an NES. I actually didn't even play the original Legend of Zelda until my 20s. So, there's that. I played Ocarina of Time when I was a kid, but this one didn't get to till later. Sorry, folks. And, yeah, I think it's a good game, and I think it's fun. And I think for its time, it deserves the praise that it got. I guess that's a bit of a cop-out, but for as good of a game it is, I can't bring myself to fully say that it's overrated. I mean, when you compare it to other games, it's gigantic. It's immersive. It has all the different puzzles. It has all the different characters. The different enemy types that you need to figure out how to do it. And yeah, a lot of the puzzles are bullshit without Nintendo Power. Brian's completely right about that. And honestly, that does take away from it. You shouldn't have to have a cheat guide to make a game easier without dumb luck. But then again, I grew up in that era too. I kind of like the Genesis version of Beavis and Butthead, and that's nothing but trial and error. So yeah, I'm gonna go that it's pretty much where it should be. If not slightly overrated for the core game that it is. But I'll be a puss bag and I'll go with just fine.
Bitch.
Yeah, you're probably right. So, anyway, guys, let us know what you think about the original Legend of Zelda. I know it's going to be hard to kind of rip away nostalgia from it for a lot of people, but let's try and be honest with ourselves in the comments section. And, as always, give us your suggestions for Overrated, Underrated. We love hearing them, and we'd love to comment on them. As always, cheers.
Cheers, guys.